Guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got more fish to unbox this week. Got freshwater shrimp, some specialty. Let's see what we got in the box. First thing out of the box is, oh, these are great. I love these fish. This is Brullius ardens, or the red-finned hill trout. Beautiful fish. Somebody's been looking for those. I don't know if he's still looking for them. I gave them up on them, but they've come through. We got them. About a 5-inch fish. Beautiful, mildly aggressive fish. This is a betta. Got a whole bunch of bettas, at least a few bettas on this order. I'm not going to go through them lest I take a 20-minute video and make it 60 minutes. It's probably going to be a 15-minute video today, maybe 10. But suffice to say, mole bettas is mole betta. Next up, we have some roseline sharks, babies. Restock on those guys. Got to have those. Next is some reticulated julies. That's perhaps our most popular cory cat. Reticulated Julie cory cats, or Trileniatus, or lots of different names for those, but spotty and cute is, I guess, best known for. Speaking of cory cats, here's some albino Aeneas, and that's our first box. Alrighty, next up we have more fish. Let's see what we got in here. First bag out of the box is autos, common autos. Ran out last week. Glad to have some more to offer for y'all. Great for that brown algae, or diatomaceous algae. Looks like some of the rummies didn't make the trip. Maybe they'll warm up. It looks a little bit rough in the bag on the rummies, but should have at least a few of those to restock with. More bettas, and some neons. These are cardinals, actually. Looks like this box got a little cold. Again, maybe these guys will warm up a little bit here. Awful cold out there today. Our cardinals and rummies, of course, are on our Tetras special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Here's another bag of Tetras. These are the neon Tetras. Came in a little smaller this week, but in good shape. Here are some Singapore shrimp. It's like one of them molted in the bag. Usually doesn't bode well for him. We'll see if he pulls out of that. And more neon Tetras. We did a double order on the neons because, you know, we got lots of room for lots of little Tetras and sell a ton of them. More bettas. These are the half moon koi female bettas. Get a nice big batch of those because we sold a ton of those as well. And who do we got? Oh, more rummy nose. Put those guys up. They did. Again, looking a little cold. We'll see if those guys warm up. Articulated hill stream loaches. Got a nice double batch of those. They don't mind the cold. Articulated hill stream loaches are actually kind of a cool water fish. They'll go down into the mid 70s or even upper 60s. As long as they got lots of oxygen, they're happy for a hill stream. And that is 2 boxes down. What do we got? 4 more to go. Alrighty. Here is box number 3. We've been doing these videos for about 5 years now. Several hundred to choose from, but this week's we'll have Blue Emperor Tetras, again on the Tetras special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Next up is Rocket Clown Killies. Look at the beautiful colors on those, even when they're blanched in the bag. Gorgeous, tiny microfish. Another killie. This is the least killifish, considered the smallest live bear, and the males on these are really tiny. Females quite a bit bigger. Let's see, speaking of live bears, we got some guppies. These are the blue-tailed guppies. Got a couple different batches of guppies on this order. Blue neon goby. These are Stiphodon gobies. Somebody's asking if we ever get these, and we had sold out last week, so here we are with more, because that's what we do, more. Dwarf anchor cats are the Aristes jordanes, sometimes called the haras. Dwarf anchor or dwarf anchor moth cat. A couple different names for those guys. Either way, they're cute. Speaking of cute, these are tank raised pygmy cories. Itty bitty guys. Only get to about 1 inch. True dwarf cory. There's about 3 species of dwarf cory that are common. Rocket gars, we got a batch of these a couple weeks back and sold them out real quick. Those guys typically are a live food only guy. They are in the tetra family, but they get about this long and kind of pencil shaped like a gar. Speaking of long and skinny, this is a silver arowana baby. Remember, 4 feet on those guys. They can be absolutely enormous. Next up, another bag of guppies. Love the guppies. Kind of nice yellow color. And here's another tetra, a silver tip tetra. again on the Tetras special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Next is some rainbows, a nice little batch of Bosemani rainbows. So we got mixed males and females. Last batch we got were really male heavy, which sounds like a good deal, but it's always good to have at least a few females in the batch when you're doing rainbows. Dwarf Grommy males, nice bright red colors. And I think we got one more bag of guppies in this box, and this box is in the books. So there you go. We got 3 of 6. Got reptiles coming this week. We'll get some in tomorrow. Also got plants. I thought we were going to get our plants today, but they actually didn't ship out till today. So I got a big restock on plants, a nice little order of reptiles to add to. Plus we have 2 orders of freshwater fish. So nice orders this week. Panda cories. Another cory that makes 3 different types of cories, because here at Big River Pets, it's he who dies with the most cories that wins. Speaking of catfish, we have glass cats. Restock on those guys. Those are the Asian glass cats. There's a couple different versions: swallowtail, African, and even the Asian ones. There's like 3 species. Large pearl grommies. Restock on those guys. Been able to get nice, big, beautiful pearl grommies in fairly regularly. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Another grommy, this is Sunset Honey Dwarf Grommies. That's the Trigogaster Shuna, which is the Honey Dwarf Grommy of the Sunset variety. Here is more guppies. These are the Koi Tuxedo guppies. Got a batch of them last week. Sold out very quickly, so we got another batch for you. Sell those in pairs, male-female pairs. Nice little batch of Senegal Bikers. Remember, those guys can get 2 feet, probably closer to 12 to 14 inches is average for those guys, or they can be quite large. Turquoise rainbow, another rainbow restock. Look a little dark in the bag, but they'll get nice, that beautiful turquoise color when they go in the bag, or into the tank. Honey Dwarf Grommies, not the Sunsets, the regular guys. These are actually what they look like out of the river. They call them wild form. Next is some more dwarf grommies. This is the royal blue dwarf grommies. Look like they didn't get a lot of air in there, got squished, but fish are in good shape, so that's always great. That's that order. We got another order, a couple boxes. Should have some shrimp, some feeders. Got at least one special order in there. Let's get right into it, see what we got. Alrighty. In the box, we got bags of fishes. Oh wow, that's a big black angelfish. Looks really mad. Ordered a half a dozen of these guys. We'll see how they come in this time. We got 3 a couple weeks ago of the 6 I ordered, and one of them didn't ship in well, but the 2 that we got were gorgeous. Looks like they sent us, we got all 6. There's 6 black angels. That guy's a little silver barred for a black angel for the price, but yeah, nice color, nice size, gorgeous fish. All right, next up is some snails, and it looks like a couple anyway, of skirts. That's some zebra nearite snails. This should be some, red spotted nearite snails. And I ordered a dozen. They sent me 3 of the orange glowfish. I've been keeping a good stock of glowfish in. Next up is more glowfish. Looks like we got about 8 of those. Not a dozen, but that's the yellow glow, or the green glows to go with the yellow glowfish. All right, next is panda loaches. How many do we get? Looks like half a dozen different sizes in there. That's why I ordered was a half dozen. Might be only 5 in there. Itty bitty guys, great little hill stream loach. I've paired them with shrimp. They're very cool that way. Feeder guppies, a little batch of those. We got some of those local feeder guppies left. We're just about the end of those, so we got in some of the. Those are probably Florida raised guppies. Black skirt tetra on the tetra special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Restock on those guys. Don't sell a lot of them. They're the parent fish. That's where they got the glowfish from. Of course, now they don't look much like that. They look totally different. And there's blue ones right there. Let's see. That's another tetra. These are the red and blue Colombian tetra, also called the blue flame tetra. Buy 4 more, get 25% off, like any other tetra. And that's it for that box. Let's load these guys over there. Next box should be shrimp. We'll see. We'll see what we got. I never know for sure until we open the box what we're going to see. Alrighty. Last fish box, here's some goldfish. I had a special order for a couple hundred. Yep, sure enough, they gave me 2 bags. And here's some ghost shrimp. Look. Yeah. They just come in not moving and then they start popping around. Ghost shrimp, got about 100 of those guys. A big bag of Amano shrimp. Those are the largest, I believe. And Bloody Marys, they look almost black this time around. Nice deep burgundy color on the Bloody Mary shrimp. Next up is a whole bunch of blue shrimp. Doubled our order on blue shrimp because I can't seem to keep them in stock. And more Amanos. These are the smaller Amano shrimp. So 2 sizes on Amanos. Next up is red Rilly shrimp because they're really cool. Get me going on the really. Oh no, those are Amano. What did I get wrong here? We got 2 bags of the smalls and 1 bag of the big. Is that what we got going with the Amanos? I don't know. We'll sort it out. Got shrimp though. Lots and lots of them. All right, and that's it for that box. We'll be back shortly with some reptiles. Maybe even give you a peek at some plants. And we're back. We got some reptiles to show you guys. First off though, reptile stuff is in weird places right now. If you come in the next couple days, we're rearranging everything. There's a huge shuffle going on. If you can't find something, let us know. We'll get you right to wherever you got to go. Bear with us while we shuffle again, making things better. But right to the reptiles, we got 1 baby beardy. Really nice red on that, actually. It's just supposedly just a regular, but that has a lot of red. Tiny little guy. Probably the tiniest baby beardy I've had in a long time. Baby Uromastyx, also very tiny. Such a cute little guy. These guys always look so mad when they're a little chilly. They like to be about 120 degrees. This is actually giant Arabian Uromastyx, Microlepilus, I believe is the scientific on those. That's one that I have never had before. I thought I'd had and seen every Euro known to man, and I stand corrected, except for I corrected the problem. I got one. Here we have some milk frogs, baby milk frogs, itty bitty guys. Yeah, pretty good sized frog, full sized. Such a beautiful pattern on them too. So milk frogs, got a pair of those. In the white range, we got some geckos. These are lily white leopard geckos. Been able to get these guys for a good price. One's got some orange on his nose, but a nice white to him. These guys have more of the standard white head. And then some millipedes. Got a big restock on millipedes. These are pink foots. I haven't had those in for a minute. So a nice batch of pink foot millipedes. And scarlets. Haven't had scarlets in a while either. Let's see if we can even see them. They're itty bitty guys. One of the smaller millipede types. Yeah, there they are. Look like worms. They're not worms. They're millipedes. Little scarlet millipedes. More millipedes. We got bumblebees, also the smaller varieties. Nice size on these too, though. We had some itty bitty baby ones that were bred here in town. We might even have a few of those left, but here's some good size adults. That one doesn't look like it made the trip. You all right there, dude? Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. So that's that. And then Smoky Ghost. Let's stay in a theme here. So we got more millipedes for you to check out. Here is some nice big fat Smoky Ghost millipedes. I still got a couple of those giant blacks back there. And I think we might be out of Florida ivories, but we have Texas golds and some chocolates, I think. So we got a lot of millipedes. Fruit flies. The whole reason I made this order was because I needed fruit flies, and I wanted everything else. So got restock on fruit flies, and I got a couple cool bags. Let's see what's in the bag. First thing out, always cool stuff in the bags. First thing out of the bag will be, if I can get it open. And there he is. All right, let's bring you out. This is a fire skink, kind of a medium-sized one, not tiny, but certainly not adult size yet. Beautiful, so glossy. Love fire skinks, gorgeous animals. Be right with you guys. And let's see, next up we have another bag, something fun. If I can work my knots. There we go. Here we go. Check out Bufo. These are the Asian frogs, or Asian toads, not frogs. Toads have the lumpy skin, and semi-permeable. We got a nice little group of those guys. Inexpensive, but way cool. One of my favorites. So that's frogs, skinks, frogs, millipedes, lizards, and we got one spider too. Anything else in there? I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, not a bad size. This is a green bottle blue, medium-sized green bottle blue. For tarantulas, that's all we were able to get in today. Ordered some other things to get them, but that is that for that reptile order. We also got in some plants. We'll probably peek in that box, and we will see you in a second. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got plants in last week. We updated you guys that we were moving stuff around and be able to give you a sneak peek on what that's going to look like. First thing out of this week's box is why you wouldn't want these guys. They're really, really bad blind cave fish test. Here is a very cool petricoli cat, dwarf petricoli cat. They're only about 2 in community tank or in even more aggressive tanks. Diamond head neons, that's a variety of neons on the top of their head. And we got some green tiger barbs. Very popular. We got regulars coming too. Got some bettas on this week, not a lot. Got some veil tail tetras. Restock on those. These are the wild variety. We still got a good stock on the stock on those guys. Been selling a lot of those. Love my rainbow fish, and the turquoise are some of my favorites. It's another cool betta. Selling lots and lots of guppies, and here's some ladies to go with them. Gotta love your guppies. Next is, because we love them, and some dwarf grommies. These are the regular dwarf grommies. We also males on the dwarf grommies. Honestly, I don't really know, other than the males are a little bit bigger and a little bit brighter colored. Males look a lot the same. They just have a little bit of a smaller trapezoidal shape. Next up, we have some African cichlids. These are the Copytochromis borelli, or the red. Call those. Next is platies. Got a nice little assortment of platies this week. There's some red wags. Platies. I'm like, how did that happen? So I've got to get more. He who dies with the most Corys wins, and we. Next up, we have some coolie loaches, little bandits, or banded coolie loaches. In a little school. More platies. Those are the sunsets. I haven't had sunsets in a minute. More cichlids. These are American cichlids, though. Platinum cichlid, Mascaheros argentus. Guy, beautiful, beautiful. Actually, Central American cichlid. Here are some Romano. In yet, they will when they settle into the tank. And here are some tiger barbs to go with those. Speaking of lots and lots of, there's some gold barbs. Gold barbs have that really. Wild ones have a pretty color to them, but they're not nearly that gold. Very pretty. Okay, next box. Halfway through this order, we got some feeders. There's some black worms anyway. Ottos. Here we have a nice little batch of common ottos. Looks like they came in on the small side this week. Must be the season. Promised you guppies. There's some blue ones. Here's some black ones. Guppies, guppies, more guppies. Nice red and yellow. Here are some angels. These are the unusual ones, though. Or the sharp-nosed angel, they'll call them. They're the smallest variety of angel. They're A couple ultims. We got the regular scaleras and the Leopolds. Another cichlid here. These are the Apista. You sell through those a lot, so we get a lot of them. Come get yours. Another Tetra. Remember, Serpe Tetra. Buy 4 more of any of your Tetras. Get 25% off just for subscribing to our channel. The Millennium or the Bandit Cory. Some call them the false bandit because there's also the Métis, which are fire tetras. Nice little batch of those guys. Green fire tetras don't look like much in the bag. Limeish color, washed out, but when you get them in your tank, line and a black line on one of their fins, it just looks amazing. Their breeding shape, and they're one of my favorite little tetras. All right, last box for this. Harlequin Resbora, Heteromorphia, or Resbora het or Harlequin Resbora. Clown Pleco, restock on those guys. We got our Clown Pleco. Whites, I have a lot of people asking me for those bright white Clown Plecos. They're a cool Pleco, but they're not bright white. Come check out the 236s though, there's something to see. Sturbe Corys, warm water Cory, love them. More guppies. This is a red snake skin guppy, beautiful color on those guys. And let's see. Got 2 feet, and when we say 2 feet, that is not 2 feet. That is 2 feet, and they can be that big around. Sometimes if you're going to get yourself a biker. Next is a black ghost knife, another big fish, not that big though, 14 mini tanks. They can do a semi-aggressive community once they're big. More platies. These are the blue coral platies. Nice little batch of those guys. And let's see. Anomalas, love these guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous color on them. Of course, got some gold in there, but some really nice powder blue or baby. There's a cichlid also. This is the orange pike cichlid, or the Crinchilia species Jingu. Pike is one of the big pikes. Beautiful fish, and that's it for this part of the order. We'll be back shortly. Oh, hey, we're getting another batch ready to go. These came in this afternoon, so we're all on one day for once. Not that you guys know the difference. Got some freshwater and some saltwater in here. Let's see what comes out first. First thing up is some dragon gobies. Very nice. Nice size on those. Those can get 2 feet. We usually only see them about that big. They're brackish waterfish, but they'll live in hard water. Actually quite well. Speaking of brackish water fish, here's some sailfin mollies. Haven't had any of those for a while. Somebody called me out on it, so I got some. There we go, 1 box down. That wasn't much, but hopefully those sailfins do good, pack that deep. We have a hard time getting them here in good shape sometimes. They look really nice in the bag. I hope those hold up. Okay, oh hey. Ha ha ha, got rubber bands, lots and lots of rubber bands, because you have any idea what it's like to run a fish room without a rubber band? We ran out this weekend and we're scrounging all over the shop for any missing rubber bands. Yes, Adrian's like, whoa, we got rubber bands and black ones. That's another thing that's really nice to have. And then you want to come over here and take a peek. We got in Reef Nutrition, Tigger Pods, and some of the other feasts, Tigger Feasts. So nice live foods and feasts from Ocean Nutrition. We have those in the mealworm fridge by the counter. So if you're looking for those, look no further. We have them. We have them at a good price, and we keep them rotated so they're in good shape. All right, 1 more box to go. Actually, 2 to go. Let's see what's in this box. Crabs. You say we got crabs, that's not always a good thing, but in this case, these are panther crabs, little bitty guys. Let's see. Next up is, oh, itty bitty guy. That's a sea hare flopping around in there. Hopefully he's in good shape. That's one of the smaller ones I've ever gotten. Got some big ones in too. Got one I rented out last week, got him back. That's an algae blenny or a lawnmower blenny. they'll throw that name around. I think there's actually a couple species that they use for that. There's another sea hare. And both of them came in pretty small. He's got nice little antennae, very cute. Who's in here? Got itty bitty cleaner shrimp this week. About itty bitty ones to keep the price down. They had bigger ones for more money, but I think anything over 30 bucks for a cleaner shrimp sounds like a lot. That's a Royal Grama. He was kind of doing the side stroke there. I thought maybe he had a problem, but he doesn't. He's just hiding in the corner. More shrimp. This is peppermint shrimp. Look like they're doing good. And what else we got? We got sand sifting stars. Lots of cleanup crew this week because we don't have a lot of space over there. We're in the middle of moving those tanks. And after we get the move done, we'll be ramping up again. That's Anthias. That's a dispar. I got a group of them this week. Might all be males on that group, but these are dispar Anthias. And then we have another algae blenny, another cleanup crew. Oh, very cool, Mandarin goby. That's why we got all those ticker pods, so that we can feed our Mandarin gobies. That and live brine works very well for those guys. Got a double on those. One of our most popular sellers, but remember, they are very hard to keep alive if you don't have a good supply of ticker pods. So get those up and running. It doesn't look like that guy did so good. That's a cleaner shrimp that did not make the trip. Put you down there. And there's cleaner asses, and they look like they did okay. They sometimes do not do so good on shipping, so always worry about these guys. You doing all right there, buddy? Yeah, he's just floating around, but he's good. So cleaner asses are great to have as a working crew as well. There's another one of those itty bitty cleaner shrimp, and that one did fine. And here's a fish. That's a copper band, not cleanup crew. I guess that long nose, he'll pick at stuff in your reef. They're supposedly reef safe though. Oh, somebody just took a, we're dropping algae blennies. I'm sorry, man. There we go. Two more bags in this box, and we'll switch boxes here. That is a freckle-faced hawk. Get the right consonants there. Freckle-faced hawk is very cute. Nice little pink freckles on his face. And then there's another sand sifting star. So this whole box is all saltwater. Next box should be mostly, I don't know, it might be a mixed box. We'll see. Now I got a couple more freshwater things, a couple cool specialty fish. These guys are one of my vendors that I'll use for bigger fish oftentimes, so they didn't have a lot for me to order in that group. Okay, at least you guys can stay there. Let's open one more box. Stuff came in from the airport early enough that I'm not doing this at midnight, yay. But I kind of don't have them prepped ahead of time because we're kind of hurrying here. All right, what's in the box? We have, okay, bigger cool fish, about 4 or 5 inches. That's a freckle-faced pike. I haven't had those in a while. They've gone up in price a bit, but a very, very cool pike. Go along with that orange pike that we got today. Let's see. And you are ropefish. And look at them single bagging them. Very good, because those guys notoriously don't do well when you put a bunch of them together. Swordtails. Been out of swordtails for a little bit, so we got in some nice, cool, regular swordtails. And itty bitty zigzags. These are zigzag eels, so it looks like maybe there's a couple species in there. Lots and lots of those little bony eels, the freshwater eels in the world. Very cool. This is one of those blue claw prawns, or long blue claws, or long claws. They're a freshwater prawn. They actually eat those where they're from. Speaking of freshwater, that's an electric blue crayfish. Price on those jumped up significantly. Nice looking cray though. Got a couple of them. I was kind of hoping they might be 4 times that size because of the price, but you know, here rather than not available, I guess we'll go with. Here's another one of those prawns. So we got a couple of blues and a couple of prawns. Oh, you guys, are you cool or what? Should have given them something to hold on to besides each other. Hopefully they don't damage each other. These are the micro crab spiders. Micro spider crabs. There we go. Get the order right. They actually get bigger than you'd think, and some of those are pretty good size, about a ½ inch on those guys. Got some spotted puffers, green GSP they'll call them, not German short hair pointer, but green spotted puffer. And uh-oh, baby monster. That's a red-tailed cat, monster in the making. Won't take long till that guy's way too big for any tank, but if you got a pond or a gigantic municipal aquarium, that can be yours. Another monster, that is a clown knife. Itty bitty right now, that guy can be 40 inches, so make sure you have a place for something that big. Swordtails, I told you we had some. These are black swordtails. I like the blacks. The blacks and the greens I think are the prettiest. Well, that's not true. There's some other ones that are really quite pretty too. Who's in here? That looks like a monster. Oh, nice. That's a shovel-nosed cat. That guy can be 4 feet. So big, big animal. Make sure you have a place for it. Not quite as big as a red-tailed cat, but it's still very big. And last but not least, another good-sized animal. These are red tiger severums. The river curies, if they've given me the fish that they listed, though they didn't give me a scientific name. Let's see when the bars come up on them, because I got no bars on them whatsoever, which if they're those, they're red shoulders. If they got the bars with a half bar in the back, then those are actually the river curies. Either one is a very pretty fish and been really hard to get. So that's it for this week's fish order. Thanks for hanging in there, and we'll see you soon.